KitchenCraft was a thriving business. They specialized in kitchen renovations, they had a team of skilled designers, they had experienced installers. KitchenCraft was known for its quality work. They attracted a large customer base. Business was booming. The owner, Mr. Jones, was proud of their success. He was eager to expand further. Mr. Jones had invested in a large warehouse. This warehouse was crucial to their operations. It housed a variety of materials. These included tiles, countertops, and cabinet parts. The warehouse was a busy place. Workers moved constantly, unloading deliveries and preparing materials for installations. The workforce at KitchenCraft was diverse. Some workers were highly skilled, others were unskilled laborers. They all played a vital role in the company's success. Mr. Jones valued hard work and efficiency. He expected his employees to keep up with the demanding pace. The warehouse had an informal hierarchy. Senior employees held a degree of authority. They often directed the work of newer hires. Safety protocols were in place. However, they were not always followed. Mr. Jones, focused on profits, often overlooked these lapses. He believed that time spent on safety was time taken away from work. The warehouse floor was often cluttered. Materials were not always stored properly. This created tripping hazards. The lighting in some areas was poor. This made it difficult to see potential dangers. Despite these hazards, accidents were relatively rare. This led to a false sense of security. Over the past year, the number of accidents and near misses had been steadily increasing. Workers had tripped over loose cords, boxes had fallen from shelves, tools had been dropped from heights. Fortunately, none of these incidents had resulted in serious injuries. However, they were a clear indication that the warehouse was becoming an increasingly dangerous place to work. Worker B, a longtime employee, had witnessed this trend with growing concern. He had seen countless instances of unsafe practices. He knew that it was only a matter of time before a serious accident occurred. He decided to raise his concerns with Mr. Jones. Worker B approached Mr. Jones with his concerns. He explained that the warehouse was becoming increasingly hazardous. He pointed out the cluttered floors, the poor lighting, and the lack of adherence to safety protocols. He urged Mr. Jones to take action to improve safety before someone got hurt. Mr. Jones, however, was dismissive of Worker B's concerns. He argued that accidents were a part of life. He claimed that the workers were overreacting. He accused Worker B of trying to slow down production. He refused to invest time or money in improving safety. Worker B was disheartened by Mr. Jones's response. He knew that his concerns had fallen on deaf ears. He felt powerless to change the situation. He continued to work, but he couldn't shake off the feeling that something bad was going to happen. Section 5, the wall preparation task, a recipe for disaster. One afternoon, Mr. Jones instructed a group of warehouse workers to prepare a large wall section for an upcoming installation. This task involved moving the heavy wall section. It also required the use of power tools. The workers were to complete the task as quickly as possible. Speed was prioritized over safety. The workers assigned to the task were all relatively new. They had received minimal safety training. They were eager to please Mr. Jones. They didn't question his instructions. They began the task without fully understanding the risks involved. Section 6, safety issues, overlooked and underestimated. The wall section was heavier than it looked. The workers struggled to move it. The equipment they were using was old and poorly maintained. The power cords were frayed. The safety guards on the power tools were missing. The workers were not wearing appropriate safety gear. Despite the obvious risks, the workers continued with the task. They were focused on completing it quickly. They were unaware of the potential consequences of their actions. The stage was set for a disaster. Section 7, the accident, a preventable tragedy. As the workers maneuvered the wall section into place, one of the workers, Worker C, tripped over a loose power cord. He stumbled forward, his hand instinctively reaching out to steady himself. His hand landed on the exposed blade of a power saw. The saw, still running, sliced through Worker C's hand. Blood splattered across the warehouse floor. Worker C screamed in pain. The other workers froze in horror. The warehouse, once a hive of activity, fell silent. Section 8, the aftermath, legal and moral consequences. The accident sent shockwaves through KitchenCraft. Worker C was rushed to the hospital. He required extensive surgery and rehabilitation. The incident triggered an investigation by the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA. OSHA found numerous safety violations. Kitchencraft faced hefty fines. The accident also had a devastating impact on worker C's life. He was left with a permanent disability. He could no longer work. He struggled with physical pain and emotional trauma. He felt betrayed by his employer. Section 9. Creating a safer workplace, a shared responsibility. The accident at Kitchencraft highlights the critical importance of workplace safety. It underscores the responsibilities of both employers and employees in preventing accidents. Employers have a moral and legal obligation to provide a safe work environment. This includes providing comprehensive safety training, maintaining equipment in good working order, enforcing safety protocols, and addressing potential hazards promptly. Employees also have a responsibility to prioritize safety. This includes following safety procedures diligently, reporting potential hazards to supervisors, using equipment properly, and wearing appropriate safety gear. Creating a culture of safety requires open communication and mutual respect. It demands a proactive approach to identifying and mitigating risks. By working together, employers and employees can prevent tragedies like the one that befell worker C. A safe workplace is not just good practice, it's a fundamental right.